Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to Tuition Masters. And today we are here with life processes ka 10 most important PYQs for your board exams and pre-boards as well. So, for all my dear grade 10 students, today we are doing our first chapter of biology, that is life processes. All the chapter videos are already uploaded. You can find them in our channel in the I section as well. Or today we are here with doing 10 important PYQs. Okay, it's important that WB exams you practice the previous year questions as well, so that you get better understanding for this year's boards and pre-boards. So today we are here with doing 10 important PYQs. We will do long answer करेंगे, short answer MCQ सब करेंगे. Okay, so 10 important PYQs we are going to cover today. So before starting, make sure you like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe karo channel ko right away, hit on the bell icon also, so that you get regular notifications. Okay. चैप्टर स्टार्ट करने से पहले लाइफ प्रोसेस ऑल्दो आई हैव एक्सप्लेन इन वेरी मच डिटेल, इजी सा चैप्टर है. ओके, बट लेट अस एक थोड़ा सा रिविजन करेंगे. ओके, सो बेसिकली लाइफ प्रोसेस आर द प्रोसेसेस व्हिच अकर इन आवर बॉडी फॉर आवर सर्वाइवल. देयर आर मेनी टाइप्स ऑफ लाइफ प्रोसेसेस. इन दिस चैप्टर में कौन से पढ़े? वी स्टडीड न्यूट्रिशन, करेक्ट, न्यूट्रिशन, देन respiration, then digestion and transportation. करेक्ट. ट्रांसपोर्टेशन और भी कई तरह के लाइफ प्रोसेस होते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल यू हैव योर मेटाबॉलिज्म, रिप्रोडक्शन, एवरीथिंग. ओके, सो मेजर फोर व्हाट वी स्टडीड इज न्यूट्रिशन, करेक्ट, रेस्पिरेशन, digestion and transportation, correct, and one more, excretion. Okay, excretion. So basically what happens is, yes, five are the life processes because these are everyday activities we do. Correct. Nutrition refers to the food. Correct. We take the food, then we get some nutrients, carbohydrates and everything. In plants, how it happens? Plants get their nutrition by doing photosynthesis. Correct. Now ये सारे टॉपिक्स यू हैव स्टडीड इन डिफरेंट डिफरेंट ग्रेड्स. न्यूट्रिशन आपने सेवेंथ में पढ़ा है, रेस्पिरेशन डाइजेशन भी सेवेंथ में पढ़ा है, देन एट्थ में भी पढ़ा है. करेक्ट. एंड नाइन्थ में ऑल्सो. नाइन्थ यू डोंट हैव दिस मच, बट टेंथ में आके सारों का रिविजन होता है. करेक्ट. सो न्यूट्रिशन में व्हाट इज फोटोसिंथेसिस? Photosynthesis is the process where plants take in organic materials such as sunlight, water, minerals, etc., and in the presence of sunlight, they convert it into carbohydrates and like glucose and oxygen. Correct. And CO2, sunlight, water are the most important parts of photosynthesis. That is how plants make their own food. Correct. Then coming towards respiration. Respiration क्या होता है? Respiration is our breathing, but actually respiration is of two types: aerobic and anaerobic. Correct. Aerobic respiration requires oxygen. Oxygen के presence में aerobic respiration, then it is broken. And then anaerobic में oxygen is not required, or majorly it is done for the getting of energy के लिए we do respiration. Like when you run, when you are running, doing some activity for a long time, then you like deep breathe. Correct. You get tired that way, so that way that is respiration. Correct. You need energy now, so the anaerobic aerobic respiration, whichever takes place, it will break down and you will get glucose. Okay. Next comes transportation. Transportation means all the vessels. Correct. Your heart, isn't it? Your heart, vessels, everything is transportation only. Your from the heart, the blood is pumping. This part is very important wala part, because I said you that in the transportation wala lecture, I said you that heart has many different, it has four chambers. Correct. And we have the arteries, we have veins, we have pulmonary artery, we have ventricle, auricle. So you have to remember from where the blood comes, where the blood goes, and what is the superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, then the aorta, and even deoxygenate and oxygenable, because that is only complex topic. Apart from that, that is easy. Okay. Excretion. Excretion refers to removing out the waste materials, isn't it? So that is in our it happens through correct? Kidney produces urine, it goes through the ureters, the two tubes, and through the urethra it goes to urinary bladder where it is stored, and through urethra it goes out. And at the end is digestion. I mean, yeah, it's not end, but yeah, okay. Digestion is what? Digestion is nothing but when your food is taken after nutrition. जब खाना अंदर चला जाता है, what happens? We have our esophagus. What does first? The mouth, then esophagus, then then the all the stomach, then you have intestines, the gallbladder produces everything, produces the acids on it, and then the food is digested. Okay, so that is the everything about the life process. Activities पढ़ना important है because of your practicals. Okay, so ये हमने 5 मिनट में पूरा चैप्टर का रिविजन कर लिया. Let us do some questions now. So क्वेश्चन नंबर वन है 2016 के सेट वन का इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है. इट्स ऑल PYQs. ओके. अ स्टूडेंट कवर्ड अ लीफ फ्रॉम अ destarched plant with a black paper strip and kept it in the garden outside. In the evening, he tested the covered portion of leaf for the presence of starch. By doing so, the student was trying to show what? अब देखो, what the on the leaf, okay, on the leaf, let's say this is the leaf. On the leaf he kept one part एक black color की strip रख दी, and now this leaf he kept it in sunlight. Correct, he kept it in sunlight. Now when he did the then he did the starch test. Okay, he did the starch when on the covered portion did the starch test. The starch was not there, obviously. Correct. So why? What is happening? Means it is related to photosynthesis, obviously. Now that leaf was covered, correct, leaf was covered, so sunlight couldn't reach, and sunlight is a major component for photosynthesis. So what will be the right answer? Right answer is D, that light is necessary for photosynthesis. That is what he was trying to do here. Okay, chlorophyll is not chlorophyll is necessary, but it's not applicable here because chlorophyll is already there. Why we are covering it? So that light cannot reach. Okay, now next question. In the experiment, to show CO2 is released, to show CO2 is released during respiration, in a small test tube of KOH solution is suspended inside the conical flask to absorb the. So that the CO2 is released respiration के time पे in a small test tube. KO, what is KOH? Potassium hydroxide. Correct. KOH is potassium hydroxide. Okay, उसके solution में डाला गया है in the small test tube of solution suspended in the conical flask to absorb what? क्या observation मिलेगी? To observe the, okay, no, not observation. What will be absorbed? So air of the flask, moisture, O2 or CO2 of the flask released by the seeds. आप कुछ seeds डाले हो so that they will respire, correct? तो CO2 is released. ठीक है, रेस्पिरेशन के टाइम पे द सीड्स विल प्रोड्यूस व्हाट? दे विल प्रोड्यूस CO2. अब CO2 ही प्रोड्यूस रहा है, वेयर विल O2 कम? सो पूरा फ्लास्क में CO2 होगा एंड KOH विल एब्जॉर्ब व्हाट? इट विल एब्जॉर्ब द CO2 ओनली. जो सीड से जो CO2 के कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड के जो पार्टिकल्स आएंगे दैट विल बी एब्जॉर्ब्ड. ओके, अभी ये सब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चंस करेंगे. Write two different ways in which glucose is oxidized to provide energy in the human body. So human body में as I said दो तरह के होते हैं, aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Correct. First one, so first kind होता है हमारा aerobic respiration. Correct. Aerobic respiration, here glucose is oxidized. ठीक है, glucose ये ऑक्सीजन के प्रेजेंस में होता है. when oxygen is there that time, so what happens is you have to write the chemical way. So C6H12O6, what is this? Glucose. When glucose it is converted, okay, it is converted in the cytoplasm into a molecule known as pyruvate. Okay, in the form of pyruvate it is transferred, and then this pyruvate is converted in the presence of oxygen. In the presence of oxygen it is converted into CO2 plus H2O plus what is the next 38 molecules of ATP. correct. So C6H12O6, जब your glucose is broken in the cytoplasm and converts into pyruvate, उसके बाद ऑक्सीजन के प्रेजेंस में pyruvate is broken into carbon dioxide. So when you exhale, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड आता है विद वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स such as H2O and even 38 molecules of ATP, adenosine triphosphate is produced. दूसरा टाइप इज anaerobic, करेक्ट, एंड एरोबिक रेस्पिरेशन. एनारोबिक में देर इज नो नीड ऑफ ऑक्सीजन, ऑक्सीजन प्रोड्यूस नहीं होता. तो अगेन द सेम वे, बट व्हाट विल बी द चेंजेस, लेट्स सी. C6H12O6, you should remember all this formula. Glucose again in the cytoplasm is broken into pyruvate, correct. इधर तक तो स्टेप सेम है, but now there is no oxygen, oxygen is not there. So will it become CO2H2 ATP? ATP will be there, but not CO2H2O. We will get C2H5OH, that is ethanol, plus CO2 and plus 2 molecules of ATP. Correct. So what is this extra part we are getting? Extra हमको मिल रहा है ethanol. This is ethanol. सो एनारोबिक रेस्पिरेशन में वी डू नॉट हैव ऑक्सीजन, ऑक्सीजन नहीं होता तो ग्लूकोज इज ब्रोकन इनटू पायरुवेट अगेन इन द साइटोप्लाज्म. अब ऑक्सीजन नहीं है तो पायरुवेट इज कन्वर्टेड इनटू एथेनॉल, C2H5OH, ओके, प्लस कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड भी मिलता है और वेरी लेस अमाउंट ऑफ एनर्जी, बस 2 मॉलिक्यूल्स मिलते हैं एटीपी के. सो व्हेन यू नीड एनर्जी, एरोबिक रेस्पिरेशन टेक्स प्लेस बिकॉज इट गिव्स 38 मॉलिक्यूल्स ऑफ एटीपी. दैट इज व्हाट यू हैव टू राइट इन एग्जाम. Next question. Name two waste products which are stored. Name two waste products which are stored in the xylem, and name the process by which plants get rid of excess water. Name the pores through which this process takes it. So two parts. I'll show you the answer also. Two waste products which are stored in the xylem. Old, जब xylem old हो जाता है as a plant grows, so xylem में store होती है two things, that is resin and gum. Resin and gums are the two waste products which are stored in the xylem. Okay, old plants में. और प्लांट्स में जब एक्सेसिव वाटर होता है तो हाउ इज इट हाउ डज इट एग्जिट, बिकॉज ऑफ ट्रांसपिरेशन. करेक्ट, ट्रांसपिरेशन के प्रोसेस के थ्रू इट इज गिवन आउट. करेक्ट, इट इज गिवन आउट थ्रू द लीव्स, which pores known as stomata. Correct, stomata ke through it is given out. So look over here, resin and gums are the two waste products in the old xylem, and transpiration is a process by which plants get rid of excess water. ठीक है, और through stomatal pores, pores के through water vapors बाहर जाते हैं. Okay, now look over here. List in tabular form three distinguishing features between autotrophic and heterotrophic nutrition. 3 marker question. See, 3 marks. You have to always draw this table and everything. So what? Draw table. Heterotrophic nutrition, wherein you have the, you do not or you take the food from others. Correct. Food is taken. Correct. We are not making our own food, but autotrophic refers to making our own food, isn't it? Then you can list some examples and everything. Look over here. 3 mark question. They have written three distinguishing features. If they write, list in tabular form between autotrophic and heterotrophic, और उन्होंने 3 marks आ दिए, so just write three differences, no need to write more. Okay, so first one, autotrophic nutrition is the mode of nutrition where organisms make their own food. The first definition लिखो. Okay, first you will write the definition. Then heterotrophic nutrition, in this nutrition organisms do not make their own food. करेक्ट, ऑटो में बनाते, हेट्रो में नहीं बनाते. सो दिस इज द फर्स्ट डेफिनेशन. नेक्स्ट, हाउ इज द फूड मेड. अभी उसमें तो बनाते नहीं है तो कुछ तो खाते होंगे. करेक्ट, सो हाउ, देन हाउ इज इट मेड, द mechanism, right here, mechanism. Okay, now how is it done? See, CO2 and H2O. ऑटोट्रॉपिक में CO2 और H2O वाले रॉ मटेरियल्स आर रिक्वायर्ड, करेक्ट, बाय फॉर फोटोसिंथेसिस. और हेट्रोट्रॉपिक में दे इनडायरेक्टली और डायरेक्टली डिपेंडेंट ऑन ऑटोट्रॉप. ऑटोट्रॉप्स का जो होता है उनको ले लेते हैं, उनको ही खाते, लाइक एनिमल्स ईट द प्लांट्स. करेक्ट, सो दैट वे. लास्ट वन, extra points or examples. Correct, examples or extra points you write. Okay, for example, chlorophyll and sunlight are essentially needed, and chlorophyll and sunlight are not needed in heterotrophic, correct? If you don't want to write, you can even write an example. Autotrophic example plants, heterotrophic example humans. Still you will get the full 3 marks. Okay, now next question. Write 3 types of blood vessels. Give one important feature of each. This is a 5-mark question because you have to write in detail. Okay, so see, what are the different types of what blood vessels? There are 3 types of blood vessels. Okay, first one is arteries, correct? Arteries. Then we have veins. We have veins, and the last one is capillaries, correct? We have capillaries. So how will you write? You will write that there are 3 types of blood vessel: artery, veins, capillaries. 2 marks you will get, no, 2 mark, 1 mark you will get here. And then for 4 marks you will write this entire answer. Arteries, they carry oxygenated blood जिसमें oxygen is present. Okay, and from the heart to the organs. Heart से ऑक्सीजन वाला ब्लड लेंगे और ऑर्गन्स को प्रोवाइड करेंगे. ओके, वेन्स वो डीऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड कैरी करते हैं. दे कैरी डीऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड. कहाँ से? ऑर्गन से. अभी ऑर्गन्स में तो फ्रेश ब्लड आ गया, अभी वो यूज करेंगे तो डीऑक्सीजनेट हो गया. सो ऑर्गन से वो वापस हार्ट में जाएगा, देन अगेन इट विल बी ऑक्सीजनेटेड, करेक्ट? और कैपिलरीज, arteries and veins divide to form arterioles and venules, and the nutrients, hormones, gases, etc. diffuse into the tissue cells to the walls of capillaries. ठीक है? So capillary में nutrients, hormones, gases ये सब diffuse होते हैं और heart to organ, organ to heart में जाते हैं through the tissue cells. Okay? Now, question 7. Bile juice does not contain any enzyme, but bile salts are important for digestion and absorption of fat. State reason. 3-mark question. Okay, this is a 3-mark question. Bile juice, see, bile juice में कुछ enzymes नहीं होते, right? That is true. Bile juice में कोई enzymes are not there, but yet it is important for digestion. Digestion के लिए फिर भी वो important. So why? So basically look how will you write. Bile is a digestive juice. ठीक है, वो digestion में help करता है. Secreted by the liver के through, correct? Now it does not have any digestive juices, but for digestion and absorption of fats it is important. How? Let us understand. फर्स्ट लाइन में 3 मार्क्स का ना, फर्स्ट लाइन में उनका जो है उनको सही प्रूफ करो, या हाँ वो सही है, डाइजेस्टिव जूस है, करता है, दैट्स इट. और नेक्स्ट पॉइंट में फॉर दिस इज फॉर 2 मार्क्स, दिस इज फॉर 1 मार्क. ठीक है, ये 1 मार्क का हो गया. इधर 2 मार्क्स में अभी यू विल राइट हाउ. सो bile is alkaline. Alkaline means it is basic in nature and contains salts which helps to emulsify or break the fats. Lipids या fats को break करता है because it is basic और salts है उसमें, correct? So bile के 2 functions होते हैं. First one, acidic food coming from the stomach, alkaline so that pancreatic enzymes can act on it. So जब acidic food आता है तो stomach में bile juice alkaline produce करता है, तो acid alkaline बन जाता है salt, correct? It will be neutralized. So pancreatic enzyme, pancreas रिलीज करके उनको easily absorb and digest कर सकते हैं. Secondly, bile salts break the fats in the food into small globules, making it easy for the enzymes to act and digest. So जो bile में alkaline तो है, plus उसमें salts भी है, तो वो salts को fats break करेगा. ठीक है, fats will be broken by the salts into small globules so that enzymes can easily digest them. Okay, so that is how you will get your full 3 marks. 1 mark here, 1 mark here, and 1 mark and 2 mark here. Okay, so next, डायग्राम वाले क्वेश्चंस डेफिनेटली आएंगे. लाइफ प्रोसेसेस में डायग्राम्स हैं, करेक्ट? हार्ट का डायग्राम, देन एक्सक्रीटरी सिस्टम का, डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम का, यू हैव टू रिमेंबर देम. हाउ टू ड्रॉ? सो लुक ओवर हियर, ड्रॉ डायग्राम ऑफ ह्यूमन एलिमेंटरी कैनल, दैट इज डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम. तो वो लोग बोल सकते हैं और बोलेंगे लेबल गाल ब्लैडर, पैंक्रियास, लिवर एंड स्मॉल. 2 मार्क्स. ओके, 2 मार्क क्वेश्चन, हाफ सबके लिए. सो सी दिस here you have to draw, अच्छे से लेबल डायग्राम करना है, पूरा अच्छे से ड्रॉ करना है. एंड देन यू हैव, दिस इज योर लिवर, दिस इज द अंडर द स्टमक ऑफ द पैंक्रियास, फिर लिवर के नीचे इज गॉल ब्लैडर, देन ये जो लंबा वाला है ना, दैट इज योर लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन, और अंदर जो नूडल्स नूडल्स जैसे, दैट इज अ स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन. ओके, दैट इज हाउ यू हैव टू रिमेंबर. ओके, डन. Let's go ahead. Second last question. Describe the process of nutrition in amoeba with the help of a diagram. Amoeba does the nutrition. How nutrition? Heterotrophic nutrition. How does it take? By engulfing food. Correct? Endocytosis, if you remember in ninth May you studied endocytosis. Correct? So look over here. Amoeba, you even have to draw the diagram. Okay, so this is your 3 mark question. 2 mark for the answer, 1 mark for your diagram. Amoeba consumes food with the help of pseudopodia, that is nothing but false feet. Correct? Through false feet it engulfs the food, and of the cell surface which fuse over the food particles के ऊपर वो engulf कर लेता है. This results in the formation of food vacuole. जब the pseudopodia is taking the food, it will convert into a food vacuole. Now inside this food vacuole जो substances हैं उनको break down किया जाता है by enzymes, और then जब वो digest हो गया तो it gets diffused into cytoplasm. ठीक है, साइटोप्लाज्म डिफ्यूज हो जाता है, और जो अनडाइजेस्टेड है वो थ्रोन आउट हो जाता है अगेन थ्रू सूडोपोडिया. तो सूडोपोडिया से खाना अंदर भी जाता है और बाहर भी जाता है. ओके, look this diagram. This is a amoeba, nucleus is there, food particle. Now this is your pseudopodia, false feet. This is pseudopodia. It will engulf the food, and this engulfed food becomes a food vacuole. अब उसको digest करेगा, जब digestion is done, it will give out the undigested. Okay, last question. State reason for the following. ठीक है, you have to state the reason. 2 marks question this is. Okay, 1 mark for the first one, 1 mark for the second one. Rings of cartilage are present in trachea. If you have ever seen the diagram of trachea, अब lungs को connect करता है, so that it has rings on it, cartilaginous rings are there. Why? So that when it is air is not there, it does not collapse. Okay, because the trachea would collapse if air is not there, so that's why cartilaginous rings present होती है. And next one, plants look green in color. That is very easy. I've studied in lower, even a child can. Yeah, so plants look green in color. Why? Because the leaves, okay, the leaves and sometimes the stem, they have a pigment known as chlorophyll. Where is chlorophyll present? In the chloroplast, in the chloroplast, which is a plastid. Okay, chloroplast में present chlorophyll, एक green pigment है, it absorbs sunlight, और that's why plants look green in color. So with this students हमने complete कर लिया है some important questions of your life processes का chapter. Make sure to like this video, share with your friends and subscribe to channel right away. तो आज का सेशन खत्म. इन द नेक्स्ट सेशन वी आर गोइंग टू डू विद द नेक्स्ट चैप्टर कंट्रोल कोऑर्डिनेशन भी कर लेंगे. ऑलराइट, सो यस, मेक श्योर टू लाइक दिस वीडियो, शेयर विद फ्रेंड्स, एंड थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वाचिंग. आई विल बी सीइंग यू सून इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो. टिल देन टेक केयर एंड गुड बाय.